Hey guys, how's it going? As you probably know, the Black Ops 2 release trailer is out. It's just a teaser. It doesn't really show you too much about the career mode or multiplayer mode. What it does seem to show is that there's going to be a lot more futuristic weapons in it, which I'm really glad to see. I've been kind of waiting for that. Graphics, they look the same. I think they're using the same graphics platform as they used in the original Black Ops. It does look a lot better though. I mean, it looks like they actually put a lot more time into this one. I think it would make a cool movie is what it looks like. But what I really want to talk about also is what we do a lot of the time is when I play with some people, we just get into random conversations about some new science, and a lot of people don't know how the depth of the new science is out there. So right now I'd like to go over a small list that I have of an outline for a book that I was planning on writing a couple years ago, and I just never decided to do it. Don't know why. Probably because it would have just, I would have to cite all my sources, and that would just take so long. That would take 3 times longer than actually writing out the content. And this took me a few years to compile, and I was really just doing it for my own benefit, just to learn these things. The more I learned, the more interesting it seemed. And I think a lot of people have those same feelings, they just don't really put the time into actually reading it, just like I didn't put the time into writing the book. So here's the outline anyway. It was going to be called The Age of Aquarius, and it has nothing to do with the zodiacal actually moving into the Age of Aquarius. It has to do more with what that age is supposed to bring. And the content within this book would help people understand exactly the difference between the ages and how different a golden age would be and how it would change society. So here's part 1. The idea would be to begin talking about the 2,160 year intervals of the zodiac and how each affects human society. Then we would go on to other planetary effects, the moon, and what would the age of Aquarius bring. Move on to psychology, repeating time, time code calculator, holographic fractal universe, mathematical incremental increase of atoms to galaxies, quantum physics, thoughts produce outcome, wavical duality, choices affect past as well as future, sacred geometry, sacred proportions, cymatics, 3D geometry from spherical vibration. Everything is oscillating energy at different scales, and geometry is the main function of vibration. Introduction to ether, flaws of Michelson-Morley experiment, zero-point energy, vacuum domain, Nikolai-Kozyrev, and the quantum medium, etc. And I'm just reading through this really quickly because it's not a book. I'm not reading a chapter. This is just an outline. So that was part 1, a lot of the physics behind it and describing exactly how some of the more archaic ideas later on in the book could function. So part 2 is talking about the torsion waves, are torsion waves chi, Russian torsion field, DNA and psi studies, eyes are torsion generators, torsion vortices in the body are chakras, plants are telepathic, and there would be a huge section on this. If you've ever read the book or watched the documentary called The Secret Life of Plants, you know how amazing this is, and it's very, very interesting. So anyway, keep on going. Hypnosis is a great way to uncover subconscious information, but lucid dreaming is a great way to interact with the conscious unconscious. There have been many scientific advancements from dreams, past life regression in dreams, and hypnosis. Morphogenetics, the Maharishi effect, meditation, using Russian DNA studies as more evidence, law of attraction, belief as a language and in addiction, higher self, teleology, and pantheism. Part 3 would go on to the pyramids are popular and why. You see them all around the planet. Everybody's been building them for at least 10,000 years. What do? So talk about the Sphinx, the water erosion, it's 10,000 years old. Pyramids off the coast of Japan and Cuba have been underwater for at least 10,000 years. Same size as Great Pyramid of Giza, so that's pretty interesting. Sacred sites, all positioned on ley lines, which I would get onto a little bit later on when we're talking about the geometry and the actual the geometry of the energy of the planet. The Great Pyramid timeline that's written in the Great Pyramid. All the amazing related math. Torsion harnesser, Richard Hoagland and time vibration. Russian pyramid experiments. Newfound ancient civilizations destroyed themselves with nuclear blasts. The Raman War descriptions of nuclear radiation and poisoning. New evidence for Atlantis being located in Antarctica, 9600 BC. Crystal technology that Plato wrote about compared to our new piezoelectric crystals, acoustic levitation, and is this how Stonehenge was made or formed? Do we have modern examples of free energy? I would start talking about the John Searle levity disk, Nikola Tesla's zero-point energy, cold fusion, quantum communication, teleportation, time travel. Srinivasa Ramanujan is the Indian guy who a goddess came to him in his sleep and taught him all kinds of modular functions, who he wrote most of the theories of an octave of 7 densities, which is a lot of what superstring theory is based on. The universe expresses itself as a fractal of 7 progressing densities or an octave. Bermuda Triangle, more sacred geometry crap. Philadelphia experiment, changes in the solar system, Earth expansion, Pangea, hollow earth theory, staggered evolutionary bursts. Now just on a notes page on the back, let's see what else I've got here. For the morphogenetic field, I've got like the 100th monkey phenomena, queen ant phenomena, rapid evolution, a lot of math stuff. I don't know if I said the Maharishi effect. I think I did. Human emotion being connected to the weather, and vice versa. Crop circles, radioactive isotopes, magnetic spheres, microwave nodes of the crops. Talk about time-space and the connection between the two, how they function, time distortion, how the speed of light actually functions based on gravity, based on torsion fields, based on spherical energy densities. Natural anomalies with the weather and water, Giza's 2012 timeline, I said that. Russian studies of fabricated pyramids, toxicity in oil. I could go so far into that. You should just look up Russian pyramid experiments. It's just crazy. They've been doing this shit for 50 years, cost them a couple $2 billion, and I cannot believe the outcomes they've had. Mandelbrot fractals, 3D version of the Mandelbrot fractal and how it exhibits so many of the same qualities of how the universe functions. Basically, the universe functions as a written code, as a programmed code. With quantum physics, everybody knows double slit theory, delayed choice, experiment, the quantum eraser effect, wave-equal duality, stuff that a lot of people have heard of, but maybe they don't really know what it is. Natural examples of small things mirroring larger things. That has to do with the holographic nature of the universe and fractal time, fractal space. And Nineveh constant, actually, Nineveh constant was written in the Sumerian text, which describes in seconds how long it takes for Pluto to rotate around the sun. Sumerian text has so many amazing mathematical feats, I guess, that our scientists are still proving to this day. There's a lot of interesting stuff in here, and if anybody is interested in hearing about these things or has a few questions about these things, just feel free to ask me. Post it in the comments. Join me. I play on PlayStation Network. Not a big Xbox fan. My gamer tag is Aquarius7373, so you can add me on there if you're interested in talking about these things. Like I said, I don't have the sources for a lot of this information, so if I were to actually make some YouTube videos, I'd really want to put those in here just to give it a little more credibility. But I found this stuff on government websites, a lot of the released information from India, from Russia, China, all their government's websites released a lot of this information separately over the last 20-30 years. I've been piecing it together bit by bit, anything that has been blacked out or erased, I guess. I went through a point in my life for about 1.5 years where I was reading a couple books a week, all related to these things, and I just kept coming across the same things over and over and over, and I read these things enough times that they just kind of got ingrained in my mind, and I started to realize the importance of it and how relevant these ideas are. So anyway, that's the end of the video. I'm sorry you've been looking at a screen for about 9 minutes now of just this same crap that I'm reading, but it's not really much else I can show you. I could spend a lot of time making slides portraying a lot of these ideas, but I don't know how people are going to take this. I don't know if people are really going to be interested, so that's all for now. Just going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. Like I said, let me know if you're interested. Thanks for watching.